So Tom Cruise is back in another installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. We have a load of new faces and returning casts such as Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, Sean Harris, Alec Baldwin and Angela Bassett. The story of Mission Impossible Fallout is a simple premise used hundreds of times before, whereby the agent fails their mission and loses something that aids terrorists or the enemy in getting their hands on nuclear weapons. In this case, Ethan Hunt loses a case of plutonium as he decides to focus on saving his team instead. This then carries the story forward as Ethan has to go recover the plutonium. First things first, let's talk about the action, and there is plenty of it. In fact, I'll go so far as to say when it starts, it doesn't seem to ever stop. Now for most movies they suffer from doing this, losing character motivation and empathy along with story integrity. However, this film seems to keep all motivation going throughout the action and you are completely immersed as it very smoothly glides to another section of the story. One moment it's a chase scene, then they're on motorbikes and you've barely blinked. All in all, the action is fantastic and only complements the great acting and story arc of Ethan Hunt and his team. What I really like about this movie is that it links Ethan's previous adventures together a bit more than they have been. So, before each film has almost been a completely different adventure with barely any reference to what came before. Now, I haven't seen all the films, which I do want to do after seeing Fallout, but this seems to be a general agreement with all of them. But with Fallout we get a returning face and nod to Ethan's past life. These were moments not wasted at all, as we feel the tension and stakes rise. I won't spoil this part, but I truly feel it fitted naturally into the story well. Humour was used exceptionally well, not used too much thereby downgrading performance and tension, but used to great effect to get a quick laugh from the audience.
I'm jumping out a window!
Oh, sorry, good luck.
For me, this was the strongest Mission Impossible film yet, although I have only seen Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible 1 and part of Ghost Protocol. What I did do before watching the movie was watch the Screen Junkies recap video, which gets you up to date with each film in the series, so I'll link that down below if you want to watch it. Henry Cavill played a strong character. You're not too sure what he's going to do. At the start of the film, I thought he was going to be wasted for cheap jokes, and I thought he was going to be the classic agent everyone has heard of, doing amazing things, but turns out to be a fake. But actually, he was really well utilised, and we got to see a good personality come through on screen. The unexpected twists in the middle of the film was a bit disorientating for a moment, as you're not really sure who's on what side anymore, and there kind of ends up being 3 or 4 sides at one point, which is a bit weird, but it was cleared up pretty quickly, and to be honest that was my only problem with the film. Everyone gave great performances. Tom Cruise was amazing as always, his crazy stunts amazing as always. And this film was genuinely a good time and money well spent. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.